walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan.
Saturday, folks. It'll be the last time that you see me on a Saturday for the next international break. We've got a double header, and as well, we've got the 3 o'clock focus. All of it building up in just a moment's time.
Time for cities and towns to start dreaming again. Walking in the footsteps of giants. I do not believe my eyes. This is extraordinary. Greatness awaits.
A very good evening to you all, folks, and welcome back aboard to Realltom Football. Then my name is Tom, and I'm going to bring you the watch along focus this afternoon for Brentford to take on Manchester United live in the Premier League. If you do are watching the replay, please do make sure that you are leaving a like on the stream, hit that subscribe button if you are new, and thank you very much indeed, folks, to everybody who has joined us here today. So yes, once again, the kickoff for this one is at 12:30 now. We have got quite a fair bit to talk about this week. And the first thing I would like to bring to everybody's attention, because obviously it's a massive deal. It's a massive deal. And it's a situation which I would like to bring to your attention, and it is indeed, of course, Billy Vigor, whose death was announced, I believe, about on Thursday or Wednesday, approximately, September the 25th. So we're looking at Thursday, and he has passed away at the age of 21. Had a spell at Arsenal, and as well at Chichester United, and I think Derby County as well. Played for Arsenal, Derby County, and Eastbourne, and then Hastings and Chichester. Now, because he was linked to Arsenal, I'm under the presumption that we'll have something going on at the Emirates next week for him. I don't know, though, in all truths. But I think it would only be right this weekend if we all had a moment, probably on tomorrow before the Newcastle-Arsenal game, just to kind of think, really, because it's quite sad, really, when you think about it, because no footballer should suffer a brain injury on the pitch in the 13th minute of a match. And it was literally, I think he just hit his head. I think he fell over or something on the side of the pitch and just hit his head. I mean, I haven't got the exact picture of the story, but very, very sad. Very, very sad indeed. So, yeah, I just wanted to bring that to your attention because obviously it's a big deal in football, I think. And it's something that should be talked about. And also, in other breaking news, we've had the sacking of Graham Potter for West Ham United. Yes, West Ham United announced his sacking this morning. I was in the bookies and it just started Well, one of the screens just started flashing yellow on Sky Sports. Graham Potter sacked. So, yes, folks, West Ham United have sacked Graham Potter and are looking to appoint Nuno Espirito Santo is the breaking news for this weekend. So, yeah, just a bit of a kind of news flashy kind of start, really. I feel like it's important that we talk about Billy and also the fact that Graham Potter's been sacked. I mean, it was coming. It could be my prediction of West Ham getting relegated over and done with if Nuno gets the job. No, Nuno is their top candidate at the minute, I believe. So it's going to be really interesting to find out the developments ahead of that Everton-West Ham game as to who West Ham appoint as their new manager. But here, folks, we are focused on Brentford against Manchester United. There are 4 3 o'clock kickoffs once again. We will be live to cover all the 3 o'clock kickoffs across Britain and as well, mostly the Premier League and a few games that are happening in the other leagues in the world as well. They include Crystal Palace against Liverpool, which is a humongous fixture today. Chelsea against Brighton, Leeds against Bournemouth, Manchester City against Burnley. Later in the day as well, there's Spurs against Wolves, but we're going to be live for Nottingham Forest as they take on Sunderland. So that's Sunderland's first watch-along of the season. And then, obviously, of course, we'll have the Super Sunday as a standardary. And, of course, just a reminder that next Saturday I will not be here as I am going to be at the Emirates Stadium for Arsenal against West Ham United. Potentially a West Ham United managed by Nuno Espirito Santo. That sacking couldn't have come any worse timing of Potter. So, yeah, that is the prospect for Arsenal. We are going to be facing potentially Nuno's West Ham next Saturday. Hopefully, with Mikel Arteta gone. But we're not going to talk about Arteta today too much because there's no point. There's nothing, well, unless Liverpool win at Palace. In which case, yeah, if Liverpool win today, we're in trouble. We're in trouble! Anyways, we're going to be in trouble if we don't get the team news out to you guys. Let's do that right now. By the way, Brentford FC, yeah, do not, listen. You guys know I'll call out clubs if the lineups are shite. That lineup is pathetic, Brentford. Yeah. You can watch the whole this time. Nice one, Diana. Yeah, well, I'm going to be out and about next weekend. I'm going to be in London. I'm going to be at the Emirates. Hopefully we beat West Ham. So, yeah. Nice way for me to end the international break. But yeah, really looking forward to most of the fixtures this weekend, except I'm not looking forward too much to Aston Villa against Fulham tomorrow. But I'll still do a watch along for it, even though it's not going to be the best of games. We'll take a look at the league table going into today. So it's Arsenal, Spurs and Bournemouth all on 10 points. Crystal Palace, if they can beat Liverpool, they would move on to 12 points. So we'll talk about Palace later in the day. We are focused on Brentford and Manchester United. Though Brentford and Manchester United are both in the bottom half, but Manchester United, after a good win over Chelsea, have climbed themselves up to 11 and they can move on to 8 points. With a draw, and that would put them as high as, let's check the goal difference, it's a -2, so they wouldn't be able to move above anybody on 8 points, meaning they would go on to 9 points, dependent on Manchester City's result against Burnley later in the day. The 3 points, though, for Manchester United would change it a little bit for them. If they can get a 2-goal win at the GTEC Community Stadium, they would be able to move on to 10 points, and they would also clear their minus goal difference to a 0. They would be 1 on goal difference behind AFC Bournemouth, and they would be able to move as high as 5th before Crystal Palace play against Liverpool. And for Brentford, well, they do need a win. They need to pull away from Aston Villa and West Ham. They need to keep those sides in there, of course. I mean, Villa did get a win finally in the Europa League in midweek. But Brentford, they can move on to, 5 points with a draw. They're on a -4 goal difference. That would put them level on points then with 5 points with Brighton and Nottingham Forest until they play later in the day. They would be able to move themselves with that -4 goal difference potentially up to nowhere. They would be able to move up to 16th at the max, but they wouldn't be able to move above Forest or Brighton. With the 3 points there, Brentford could change things up a bit. They could move on to 7 points, and that would be able to put them as high as potentially 9th, but it was all dependent on the goal difference front. If they can clear their goal difference by at least 2, they will be able to get above Leeds until they play later. And Manchester United, of course, if they lose, their goal difference will go down. So Brentford won't have to worry too much about Manchester United getting in their way of potentially challenging the likes of Everton. Now, if Brentford could win by a 6-goal margin or even a 5-goal margin, they could move on level goal difference with Everton. Now, that does throw a spanner in the works. Taki Arsenal fan, welcome aboard. How are you doing? You bet 10 quid for your Sunderland. 10 quid for £37.50, yes. If your profit margin is £37.50, yes. However, I would not be one of those people who would bet on Sunderland away from home in the Premier League. Personally, I would not be betting against Sunderland when they're at the City ground against. I wouldn't be. I mean, I'll take you through my bets, shall I? I'm running out of fucking time. Shit. I need to go through the team news, and then I'll go through my bets really quickly. So let's just skim through this team news because I've been looking at the leagues. I'm going to run out of time. We have got the Ladbrokes 1, 2, 3 in place, though. We've gone for correct scores of Nottingham Forest to win 2-1, Spurs to win 4-0, and Arsenal to win 1-0 tomorrow at Newcastle. Yes, that'll be the last time I back Arsenal. If we don't win today, tomorrow, even, it'll be the last time I ever back them, really, until Arteta gets sacked, because I'm sick. All right, we do need to take a check at the team news before we do anything else. So let's go to it right now. Okay, so we've got the team news, which sees Kareem Kelleher, the former Liverpool goalkeeper, in goal for Brentford. A back four of Kyoto, Nathan Collins, Sepp van der Berg, and Aaron Hickey in a back four behind a midfield, which is split into two parts, seeing a defensive two of Yeho Yarmouk and Jordan Henderson, another former Liverpool player, play behind attacking three of Kevin Schade, Mikhail Damsgaard and Dongo Watara, but leading the front by himself is the lone striker of Igor Thiago. And on the bench, we can see that Rico Henry, Ethan Pinnock, Matthias Jensen, Hakon Valdimarsson, Frank Onyeka, Anthony Milambo, Christopher Ayer, and Keane, Lewis Potter, and Vitaly Janelt, all on that bench for the Bees. Manchester United begin with outside by India, who begins in goal. A back three today of Matthias de Ligt, Harry Maguire, and Luke Shaw plays behind a midfield four of Diogo Dalot, Manuel Ugarte, Bruno Fernandes, and Patrick Dorgu. It's a diamond front three, though, with Brian Mbeumo, Benjamin Sesko, and Mateus Cunha all in it. On the bench for Manchester United is Mason Mount, Joshua Zirkzee, Lenny Yoro, Tom Heaton, Aidan Heaven, Sen Lamens, Tyler Fredrickson, Diego Leon, and Kobe Mainu. And that is your team news. Taki, welcome aboard to you. How are you doing? Welcome aboard. I am going to go for a draw. But I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm going to go Chelsea or draw. I don't think I think I didn't bet on that match, actually. Right, anyways, we've got a price boost firstly. It's a £1 price boost. It is to return £3.40. It starts at 5.30. It's for Forest, Spurs, and PSG all to win. Once again, that's £1 returning £3.40 on that price boost. We've got a bet builder on Forest, which is for later in the day. That's also for later in the day, that price boost. We then have got some 3 o'clocks. That's for Palace later in the day. Leeds Bournemouth later in the day. City Burnley later in the day. And that's Brentford Man United. So we've got just the one bet builder for this game. It is a nice simple 3-leg bet builder. It is Brentford or Manchester United to win, both teams to score at over 1.5 goals. So we're not looking at any corners, any goal scorers. We're just looking for both teams to score. Brentford to win or Manchester United to win with no backing of a draw, and over 1.5 goals in this match. So nice and simple. It's £1 returning £2.20 off this one. Madrid derby. Okay, enjoy that. Yeah, I could not bet on that. Today's ACCA Insurance then. I know you guys love hearing who I've got on my ACCA Insurance, so we'll tell you that Brentford, I have put Brentford to win on this one, Nottingham Forest to win, Spurs to win, Oxford United to win, and of course, the table-topping Middlesbrough in the Championship. So once again, reiterating, I have put Brentford, Nottingham Forest, Spurs, Oxford United, and Middlesbrough to win, and that is going to return £31.56 off a 50p stake. So yes, there's no 3 o'clock kickoffs in the Premier League on this bet bill on this ACCA Insurance today. I have got the famous Fox's Jam and Creams ready to rock and roll, the Saturday snack. And of course, we've got the usual Coca-Cola in a 1.75 litre form. And once again, people, this is the last time that you will see me on a Saturday like this until after the international break, because next weekend I will be at the Emirates Stadium. I will be in London. So get the most out of this, because next weekend you will be missing me saying, "Where's Tom?" Yeah, that's exactly what you're all going to be saying next weekend when I'm at the Emirates. So make the most of it. because this is the last time. They are being saved for tomorrow. There will be fan cams, by the way, next weekend as well. Just want to make that abundantly clear to you all that Flicks will be debuting as our new out-of-town interview host. So fan cams will be collected by Flicks from both me and Charlie. Me from the Emirates Stadium or somewhere in London as the match finishes. And Charlie probably from his home. Right then, tickers, scoreboard at the ready. This is Brentford against Manchester United. Manchester United wearing a black and yellow kit today. I remember that time when they wore bright green and were beaten 4-0 by Brentford in a scene which consisted of Brian Mbeumo, of course. How time changes at the G-Tech Community Stadium. But we're off and running. It's a big occasion. Nope. And Flicks is going to be busy as well. I will be outside the ground and I'll dial in. Is what I'm going to do. But yes, you can count on Flicks because he's going to be the man with a job to collect interviews from both me and Charlie. Fan cams, whatever you want to call them. And that's every time that me and Charlie, or just me, are out of town. When Charlie's out of town at the Emirates, which I am going to, well, I might be sending him to the Emirates for the Crystal Palace game. I don't know yet. I haven't made my decision yet, but I might be sending him to the Emirates for the Crystal Palace game. So in that case, I'll tell you, I actually think I need to come on to it as well. I mean, I know people are going to tell me, oh, Tom, you're just talking nonsense here. But I think that United, as much as we can criticise them, that is the way you start Premier League games. It was so refreshing, that game last week. I can't even begin with yours. Like, Manchester United, they started with just absolute electricity. I mean, that is how you can frazzle Chelsea up for a start. They were electric from the first second, and they caused Chelsea almighty problems. They really messed Chelsea up, Manchester United. And I think that that's got to be the way that football's got to be. You've got to, particularly the home side, be electric. It's going to be interesting, really, to see how Chelsea cope against Brighton today, actually, because I think it'd be tough. If I were you, I would say no, don't bet on Sunderland, mate. But how are you feeling, Flicks? Have you been doing your revision? You know what I mean? Because you've got a big task at hand next weekend. You know what I mean? You're going to have to try and hold the Liverpool bias back a bit. But at the same time, you're also going to have to collect fan cams from me and Charlie next weekend after the West Ham game. Potentially 2 angry Arsenal fans. How are you feeling, Flicks? Have you done some revision on interview questions and all that jazz? Well, you're going to be collecting fan cams, aren't you, from me and Charlie? I mean, I suppose all you have to do is stand there and listen, really. But no, it's Flixer's new role. You know what I mean? He's going to have to sit there and listen to potentially an angry Charlie and an angry Tom. Either that or a really well, I mean, if the manager gets sacked, we'll be absolutely buzzing out of our seats. I can't explain to you. If the manager gets sacked on that day, you will literally... I think you'll be... let's just say the manager gets sacked on that, like in that week or on that day, then literally you will be thinking to yourself, oh my God, what did I sign up to? Oh, I've cracked it open already, mate. Don't worry about that. The beautiful black sparkling water, completely healthy, very, very good for you. It's just, your body will thank you for this. All truth be told, never, ever drink Coca-Cola with a black writing on it. Why? Coke Zero. Diet Coke, bleh. Yeah, trust me. Yeah, your stomach will absolutely... honestly, if you drink Diet Coke, your stomach will never forgive you for it. Oh, I'm all right. I brush my teeth every day. I use Oral-B as well. And besides which, I only drink it on a bloody weekend. And I ain't got time for no bloody straws. Are you mad? I'll do anything to get the manager sacked, though. I mean, honestly, it will be party time if he gets sacked. I swear to God, we will just... I mean, I know what I'm going to be doing when he gets sacked. First thing I'm doing, I'm hitting the nightclub up. My mouth would be too minted out. Why after every meal? As long as they get 2 brushes a day, you're fine. Yeah, I eat 2 meals as well. And I brush mine right before bed and then early in the morning. About twice a day. Yeah. I mean, look, sometimes I forget in the morning, but I always get them done at night. I will get to the West Ham sacked comment in a minute. Yeah, it's not going to happen under Arteta. Yeah, Graham Potter's been sacked, and they're looking to get Nuno Espirito Santo. I bet they hurt, don't they, braces? I bet that... every time you lick your chops, you must be able to taste the metal. It's horrible. I bet it's horrible, isn't it? We got Igor Thiago's in, and what a goal. In behind, and a confident finish by Igor Thiago. I mean, he looks offside. There's no flag. He'll be here. Well, I don't know. He'll be here later, I bet. It's a tight offside. Honestly, yeah, I know. I mean, but yes, I can rest assure you, folks, my cardboard banner is ready to go for the Emirates next week. I will be making myself loudly clear what I want. Now, VAR are checking the goal. It's a tight one. This is a tight offside. What a finish it was by Igor Thiago. Emphatic. I mean, it was very, very fun last week. Let's just not even lie about it. That was probably the best game I've ever watched in my life last weekend. And the goal has been given, by the way. Manchester United are behind. Brentford, it was a great finish. Manchester United are going to lose to Sunderland next week, I think. I think Sunderland will get their first away win next weekend at Old Trafford, whilst I'm watching us against West Ham. There is only 2 Premier League 3 o'clock kickoffs next week, quite conveniently. Yeah, don't bother even listening. I know that. Yeah, no, don't even bother. I think 1-1 personally. I'll have a look what I put down on Super 6 in a minute. I think I submitted my Super 6 predictions. I'm going to go through it. I had a really bad Super 6 week last week. And I did lose to Jamie Carragher. I want to try and get back on form. Right, so next weekend then, yeah, it's actually quite a... I mean, on the outside of the 3 o'clock kickoff, it's a good Saturday. I will be entertained. I'll be watching Leeds against Spurs from Weatherspoons for the large majority. And then probably I'll watch Chelsea Liverpool on the train back, or something like that. I don't know. I have to wait and see. But yeah, there's only 4 games on that Saturday when I'm away. And the Super Sunday is absolutely mental. We have got a lot of choice there. And I have no idea what I'm going to choose yet at 2 o'clock. And then it's Brentford against Manchester City at 4:30. Match week 8, we're straight back to business. It is Fulham against Arsenal. Yeah. I think I've picked 1-1. I think I've gone 1-1 for that game. Let's have a little brief look. Let's have a look on my old Super 6. I've got time anyway because it doesn't start until 3 o'clock. I want to make sure that I've submitted it all correctly, and we'll also go through what Jamie Carragher has put down. So I've gone, in fact, both me and Jamie Carragher have gone 2-1 to Chelsea against Brighton. So we've both gone for 2-1 win for Chelsea. And we've also both put quite conveniently 1-1 between Palace and Liverpool. I've gone Manchester City 3, Burnley 1. He's gone 4-0. I think Burnley will score. I've gone 3-1. And we've both gone 2-1. for Forest Sunderland. And I've gone 1-0 Arsenal. Yeah, I don't agree with my Villa prediction anymore, to be fair. I am actually going to go... I'm going to go 0-0 for that Villa Fulham game. I'm going to go 0-0. I think 0-0. I actually am I think I might change it to 3-0 actually for that City Burnley game. Just I'm going to go 3-0. Yeah, that's the changes then. So I've made it two changes. I've taken a goal away from Burnley. Why am I cutting it out? What's going on? Is the mic not? Everything should be fine. Testing. Hang on a minute. I should be okay. Mic is connected. It's fine for Ryan, so I don't know then. I don't know. It's a pretty reliable mic. Yeah, I can see that Ryan's saying it's okay for him. I'm not sure. Yeah, you'll have to probably check your internet maybe. I wouldn't know. Brentford deliver the corner. It's not a bad one at all. Yeah, Brentford ain't bad at set pieces. I'm not surprised because it's a set piece coach, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. A set piece coach who's now the manager. I mean, look, this guy, I don't even know his name, but he's no Thomas Frank, is he? But not this weekend. I'm all right. Headed across, I want to save. Henderson with the header. No. Because I think Brighton are going to win 2-1. Henderson on the overlap. Good header. Oh, that's another good save by Bayindir. That was 2 headers at point blank range. Forcing 2 good saves from Bayindir. Poor marking. Good goalkeeping is what you got to say to that. Collins heads it across. They're causing a lot of problems with the deliveries into the box. United, but Bayindir has pulled off 2 really good saves. And that is going to be another free kick. And at the minute, United can't get out their own half. Ruben Amorim. Looking rather glum. And one of those managers whose jobs you would say is on the line. I mean, obviously, last weekend was just fantastic, really, for them. But I think this is a bit of back to reality, really. But I think they utilised Old Trafford really well last weekend, and they made it loud. They were electric from minute 1. And it just goes to show you that when United play with electricity, they can frazzle you up. They really messed Chelsea up. However, I don't think that this formation is going to still work for Amorim. I don't think the formation was any factor last week. I actually think that in that first half, Amorim said, shackles off you go. I think Amorim let the shackles off. Beautifully laid off. And it's Sharda across. Oh, it's a tap in and it's snuck past the glove of Bayindir, and it's 2-0. It's a second for Igor Thiago. Sharda with the assist. A United blunder. And a second for Igor Thiago. And could it be worse than 4-0 like the first season that Brentford came up? I mean, there's no defence. I mean, Maguire, he's back there, but he's not getting back quick enough. He's not doing anything. Bayindir, he's done everything he can because he's been the last line of defence and he's been called into action too many times. At that time, I mean, there's just so much pressure on him. Does well to get back, but it slips under his glove. This is a mess for Manchester United. There's going to be no electricity frazzle up Chelsea this weekend, I'm afraid. I mean, look, United know they can beat Chelsea. That's great. But a lot of teams they're struggling against. I still can't get over how good that game was. Luke Shaw. It's a good intervention by Kyoto. I mean, United, Sunderland's, it's a 50-50 in it next weekend for them, really. I mean, it's probably a must-win. And then it's going to be a cracking Super Sunday as they visit Anfield on the 19th. Wow. Straight back after the international break, Anfield. Oh. That'll be an interesting one as well. 5:30 Man United Brighton. Yeah, we're actually... Got a tough run, United, actually. Does not look too easy. Sesko's effort. I mean, it's... The thing is with United, they'll always find a way to make you feel like, oh my God, look at this team. Wow, this is so impressive. This is amazing. They find ways to amaze you, but then they fall back on their feet, on the backside straight away. And that's why it's just constantly fun. Do you know what I mean? It's just like... Cheetos. Ooh, nice. Corner shop grub. Corner shop grub, mate. That is what Cheetos are. Donga Watara trying to break through, and that's another free kick. It's another silly foul. It seems to have been that same position as well, that final third for Brentford. Feels like I've watched the same clip back about 3 or 4 times. Craig Pawson giving the same free kick in the exact same spot. Yeah, I know. I've got to realise that I've only got bleeding. What is it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 biscuits in here. I need to make them last. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to be a bit clever about this. It's in a good area, that one. I'm going to make sure that I don't eat them all in one go. So we'll have one more in the first half. We'll save another one for the second half. And then it'll be the same again. 2 for the 3 o'clocks. 1 in the first half, 1 in the second. And then we've got 2 for 5:30 as well. That's how to divide 6 biscuits across the day. Oh! 1 back for United. Sesko's off the mark. I want a replay because I was too busy indulging in my biscuit before I had a chance to analyse the movement of the attack. But let's have a look at the replay now. So it's lifted over. Wadogu gets to the byline. He hooks it, sort of looping over the head of Kareem and Kelleher into the box, who spills it, parries it into one area. There you go, gets a punch. Not deep enough. Sesko heads again. And Burmo back off the keeper again. Keeps coming back off Kelleher. Keeps coming back off him. And eventually Sesko says, thank you very much. I'm the striker. I'm going to put this away. However, VAR are checking the goal. So United have scored the next goal. It's game on. And it's not going to be 4-0 this time. Could be 5-1 then. Well, that should be Benjamin Sesko off the mark, most certainly. Great game for the neutral. This and the bet builder is absolutely flying. Both teams to score. Indeed, we have had both teams to score. We're over 1.5 goals, so that's 2 legs of the bet builder already done. And all we need now is the result. £2.20. Easy money. Easy money. £1.20 profit there. We'll take that any day of the week, won't we? So 2-1 is where we're at. We've also got plenty of other sporting tournaments going on today. There is the Ryder Cup, which is in the USA in New York, which is obviously a 2-yearly golf tournament of big meaning, being heavily watched downstairs in this household, literally. And then we've got obviously as well. There's the Women's Rugby World Cup. So yeah, lots of things going on in the sporting world today. Obviously, this morning we will have had the racing. I'm sure the horses on ITV. I don't know. Have we had the horses? No, we haven't had the horses. Oh, wait. No horses today, actually. The Arsenal winner playing Aston Villa women, actually. That's going to be interesting to see what the final score is for the girls. Half an hour gone, 15 minutes to go. Brentford's corner took a deflection off Donga Watara. It's Cunha with the effort. Off target, but I think it took a deflection. Craig Pawson's putting for a corner. Let's take a look at your 12:30 games in the EFL, actually, whilst we're at it. Coventry against Birmingham, West Midlands derby. Whoa, that looks exciting. Hopefully Coventry get the win. We'll see, though. Swansea against Millwall, Wrexham against Derby County, AFC Wimbledon against Wycombe Wanderers, Oldham Athletic against Barnet, and Crewe Alexandra against Notts County. And, of course, the 3 o'clock focus is going to be wonderful for my throat. Ryan Chew, look at the counter. Ugarte across though. Ryan, welcome aboard. How you doing? The live rating today is 1:30. There you go. There is rating. It's from Newmarket and Haydock Park. As per usual on ITV on a Saturday afternoon. And we have got that humongous, and when I say humongous, I do mean humongous. El Clasico, Atletico Madrid against, no, is it? Well, anyway, Madrid derby. I think El Clasico is at Real Madrid and Barca. But anyways, we've got that one. It's kicking off at some point in the day. I'm trying to figure out when. $3:15. $3:15. There you go. It's a 3:15 kickoff. 4:15 local time. Atletico Madrid against Real Madrid. Madrid derby. Live on La Liga TV. Two 2-1 so far between these two teams then. Brentford 2-1 up. We are going to be back with the Champions League next weekend, by the way, next week as well. Don't forget, folks, I know that I'm just probably going on a bit, but we are going to be here for the Champions League next week. It's going to be a case of Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, as well as Friday. So just the one day off for me next week, but of course I'm at the Emirates on Saturday. I think I'm going to do Spurs as well on that. I don't know, maybe Galatasaray, Liverpool, I don't know yet. I haven't decided yet for Tuesday, but we're playing on Wednesday. And we are going to be playing... Who are we playing? We're playing at home to Olympiacos. So 2 straight home matches for us going into the international break. That's nice. And then the Conference League. Palace going to be at Selhurst Park. I'm just trying to figure it out because it would be something that I would consider. If they're at home and it's an 8 o'clock kickoff, I'd watch it. Let's have a look. Or is it all conference? There is conference, yeah. So where is it then? Where's the conference stuff? I can't see Palace's game. Unless I'm tripping. Oh, there you go. Yeah, they're away. They're away, Palace. So no, I'm not going to watch it. And it's a 5:45 kickoff. Yeah, no. No, if it's an 8 o'clock kickoff and they're at Selhurst Park, I'm going to absolutely be there for that. Let's just not even lie about it. Who wouldn't want to watch Palace at Selhurst Park on the first European night in the club's history? About 9 minutes to go in the first half between Brentford and Manchester United. It's 2-1 to Brentford so far. Don't forget, we've got an exciting Saturday ahead of us still after this, which includes the 3 o'clock focus, where we'll be sat here reading out the scores and keeping you guys posted with Soccer Saturday in the background on every single game taking place at 3 o'clock this Saturday afternoon. And all the kickoffs are at 3 o'clock. You can join us at the usual time of 2:45. And yeah, all the action on the EFL, all the action on the Premier League, and all the action across the globe as well for you guys. And it will be a case of another test for my throat. And that will be the 3 o'clock focus once again live for you guys from 2:45 this Saturday afternoon. And then we'll finish it off with Forest against Sunderland. Then Spurs, remember, later in the day are facing Spurs. Spurs are facing Spurs. No, Spurs are facing Wolves at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium later in the day at 8 o'clock. Maguire nods that one across. Luke Shaw. Lifted in by Bruno Fernandes. Comfortable catch, though, McQueen and Kelleher. And they're going to want to try and get Igor Thiago on the ball again. He's on a hat-trick, and it'd be a great moment for him to get a match ball. I think it'd be his first or second in his Brentford career, perhaps. Still got about 7 minutes to go in the first half at the G-Tech Community Stadium. A stadium where I've never visited actually yet. It's one of those grounds where it kind of tucks into the community, if you know what I mean. It's like it's surrounded by flats, the G-Tech. It is a West London stadium. And it is one that I'll visit at some point, to be fair. I mean, if the Premier League decide to not televise Arsenal's away trip to Brentford for the first time in the fixture's history as a Premier League fixture, then I, of course, will go. My expectations, though, in terms of grounds to be visited as an away fan for 3 o'clock kickoffs of Turf Moor, Molineux, and probably the Amex as well. Yes, I'm gutted to hear it, Darren. I know, Darren Fletcher, I'm sorry. I'm not going to be here for Leeds against Spurs, and that normally is quite a firecracker of a fixture. Not quite as a firecracker, though, as Leeds and Chelsea. Leeds and Chelsea are hilarious, honestly. It's the best thing you'll ever watch, Leeds and Chelsea. Oh, man, Leeds and Chelsea. Whoa. But I'll be watching that in the comfort of a Wetherspoons. Before Arsenal's home game against West Ham. A nice way to end the... It's a nice way for me to go into the international break. Make sure it's good defending. Dam's got across. It appears that it's going to be quite a quiet end to the first half. It's sort of gone a bit of a kind of possession-based kind of game. A bit played in midfield. Not too many chances coming anymore. And that is a foul by Cunha on Henderson. Coventry 1-0, Swansea 1-0. I'm happy to hear about Coventry being 1-0 up. Not so much Swansea. Don't really care about Swansea, but Coventry City, that is what I like to hear. Because I do want Coventry City to be promoted. And my answer, folks, to the whole top 8 thing for the... By the way, there was a post on Sky this week to say EFL were potentially talking about 8 teams, top 8, between 8th and 2nd. No, 8th and 3rd, so basically 3rd to 8th. So increasing the playoffs by 2 teams. No. I like the playoffs, but no. Yeah, it's his local. It's his local. Might go and visit Swansea or Cardiff at some point. I mean, it's definitely not too hard for me to get to Cardiff from where I am. There is a direct cross-country service. It's a Turbo Star service, though. That, yeah. It's not a Voyager, it's a Turbo Star. I know. And before you ask, for those of you who don't know what a Turbo Star is, no, Turbo Stars are not better than Voyagers. Turbo Stars are basically local stopper trains, if you like. They are made to stop at a lot of stops. They're not particularly built for long distance. They can do long distance, but they're not built for it. They're not really built to be sat on for more than probably 2.5 hours. As whereas Voyagers, you can sit on them for about 8 hours if you want to. Sometimes more if you're going from Aberdeen to Penzance. That route has been sort of scrapped now, though. I tend to do about 4 hours with cross country most of the time. If I'm going long distance, about 4 hours roughly. There is no Casemiro available, is there? I mean, it's not the best watch in the minute. 2-1 to Brentford is the score. And Coyote's been told by the linesman where he needs to go, and he's going to deliver another long throw-in for Brentford. In fact, it was a short one. What a cross by Ouattara, nice and high with plenty of fizz on it. Last 30 seconds plus added time. Ouattara's up there, as to his Eagle Thiago, who's on a hat-trick, of course, for Brentford. And Burma might get away, but good defending by Aaron Hickey. There is to be a minimum of 4 minutes added time, and that was probably because of the 2 VAR checks. So we have got a little bit longer before the end of the half. 4 minutes added time. Diogo Dalot with a long throw-in, which is dealt with comfortably by Brentford. Back into the box, and again away by Brentford. Yarmulke this time. Charlotte flicks it on, but there's nobody there waiting for the ball other than Luke Shaw. And another Man United defender. It's a good flick on Damsgaard. And Jordan Henderson. Tell you what, I was watching a bloody YouTube video the other day. Might have been yesterday or the day before. And it was gorgeous. I know some people may not like it, but I just watched somebody have their earwax taken out. And it was like, wow. When it's annoying, you know what I mean? When you have to give your ears a bit of a clean out every other day. I'm one of those people who likes programs like Dr. Pimple Popper and all that shit. So yeah. Throwing nice and quick. We've played 2.5. Oh, Eagle Thiago could be in if he... Well, it's good defending. Delict just about got there. Eagle Thiago, by the way, just looking at that replay, he's covered in pitch markings. Look at his left arm, covered in paint. I think it goes to show you that the pitch has been sprayed recently. Must have been done literally right before the match. Perhaps the day before. I'm not sure how many times actually they do spray the pitch. I mean, I presume it's... It's not really a foul. It's on Cunha. A little bit soft on Craig Pawson, but we have got the ref cam. being worn by him. I mean, some referees have got the ref cam in their shirt, like a big black dot in the middle of the shirt, and some have got it directly on their earpiece. That's the half-time whistle, and it's 2-1 to Brentford at the break. Igor Thiago with the 2 early goals. There was one back for United, though, and it came from Benjamin Sesko, who's got his first Manchester United goal. Their new striker. It's going to be an interesting second half, but the half-time score at the break is Brentford 2, Manchester United 1. Plenty of goals. Yeah, we're happy with that, aren't we, people? We're not too bad. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. 3 goals in the first half. Can't complain. And we're looking like we're getting a guaranteed 220 as well. Folks, get chatting. It's been a great first half at the G-Tech. Two goals from Brentford, nice and quick. United got one back. 3 goals in the first half. Who do you think is going to win? All to play for in the second half. Will it be a more quieter second half with Brentford trying to just see out the points? Or do you think Brentford will go for another one? Let me know in the chat below. So, folks, whilst we're at half-time then, I just want to quickly delve into the international break. And I know it's a while away. So before you even I know what you're all thinking right now. Oh, my God, Tom, are you serious? You're thinking about the international break already? Yes, he is. We're just going to have a little nosy. We're just going to be a little bit nosy, all right? We're going to be a little bit nosy. Now, Monday the 6th, there is League 2 action. I might do that, actually. Harrogate Town against Crewe Alexandra. I might give that a watch. I don't think I've ever done Harrogate before. I might give that a watch. Tuesday the 7th is EFL Trophy, which is the basically what was used to be the Papa John's Trophy. Blimey. We've got women's games in the Champions League on Disney+. Blimey, Disney showing football. That is crazy, man. I mean, Wednesday the 8th, it's the same kind of rolling. I might watch the girls, actually. Arsenal girls. Are the girls on? Yeah, I might watch us against Leon, you know. See what I can do. Thursday the 9th of October, there is England against Wales, and that is a 7:45 kickoff on ITV1, ITV-X, and STV player for Scottish viewers. Benfica away for Chelsea or at home? If it's at home, I'll say Chelsea probably 2-1 or 2-2, I'd say. If you're away, I'd probably go for a Benfica win. I'd probably say, I think 2-1 or 2-2, I think. I said 2-1 or 2-2. Deary me. Right, Friday the... nothing. You really think I'm going to watch bleeding Northern Ireland against Slovakia? You can jog on. And it's on the BBC. Yeah, I'll pass on that, thanks. I'm just delving into the international break. Absolutely. Absolutely. Benfica are an all right team. So got no 3 o'clock confirmations yet on that one. I might do that Oldham game, Saturday the 11th of October. Oldham against Barrow. We've got Olympiacos at home. And the girls have got Lyon during the international break as well. Might do the girls, depending on when they play on. There's a lot of 12. I mean, if it's a 12 o'clock kickoff, they can, do one. I'm not doing that, but. Scotland against Belarus. So wondering, that Sunday looks wank, unfortunately. It does. It looks like a proper wank old Sunday, that does, to be fair. I know, I'm deep delving into the international break 2 weeks early. I'm sorry, people. I am sorry. But it is a week on Monday. Is it? Is it a week on Monday? Yeah, it's a week on Monday. It's a week on Monday. Oh, Forest 3-1. Yeah. I think Forest do beat Chelsea for me. Let's predict Chelsea's next 5, 6. We're going to predict all of Chelsea's next fixtures that have been scheduled. So let's see. So yeah, we're going to go for next week. We're going to go Chelsea. I'm going to go for a Chelsea win against Liverpool. I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea at Stamford Bridge against Liverpool. Then I'm going to go Forest. I think 3-1 for that one. Then I'm going to go, I think you'll beat Sunderland maybe 2-0, 3-0. Spurs will beat Chelsea. I think that'll be a 4-1 probably for Spurs, that one. I just think that Spurs are now at that point where they can beat Chelsea with comfort. Wolves, Chelsea will slap the living hells out of Wolves. Probably 4-0 Chelsea against Wolves after Sunderland Arsenal. I think Burnley 1-0 actually at Turf Moor. Might sound harsh, but I can see Burnley getting a narrow win over Chelsea at Turf Moor, Saturday 22nd of November. And then they've got Arsenal, and I'm going to say an Arsenal 2-0 win. I'm just being honest. And Nottingham Forest against Chelsea will be the first game back after the international break, I can rest assure you. So it will be quite a way for us to get back into... Look at his face. He's like, Urgh. Of course. Yeah. So those are my Chelsea predictions. They are all the way up until the end of November going into December, really. I mean, the next TV list will not be too far away. Probably give it a couple of weeks. Next TV list will be out in a couple of weeks, I would imagine. And we've got a midweek round as well, which is probably going to be all TNT Sports now. You would imagine. Yeah. Match week 14 is the next game week to be awaiting scheduling. And I can tell you that Leeds-Chelsea is in there. And I will be very interested to find it. I can't wait for that Leeds-Chelsea game. I don't care. I want to watch that Leeds-Chelsea game. Do not schedule Arsenal-Brentford on the same day as Leeds-Chelsea. I will kill you, Premier League. Because I'm sorry to say it, but Leeds will absolutely thrash Chelsea. Like, there is only one team that Leeds can thrash, and it's Chelsea. So, last results have been like, what, 3-0, 4-0 Leeds. Leeds just love battering Chelsea, so that is going to be an absolute belter. I can't wait. Headlines in the Daily Mail. Leeds thrash Chelsea. To send Chelsea into negative numbers on goal difference. The headlines, when Leeds play Chelsea will be absolutely, so it'll be great. I mean, that's December, isn't it? Yeah, it'd be funny. It will be funny. December fixtures then. Match week 15. Oh my God, we're at Villa Park. Help us. Wolves at home. Oh God, I'll probably end up going to that because of the 3 o'clock guarantee. I'll see. Do you know what? I really want to go Hill Dickinson, you know. No. I do want to go Hill Dickinson. I want to be there for that. You know what I mean? I do. I want to be there. I want to be at Hill Dickinson for our first game. It would be probably expensive though. That's the only thing you've got. I mean, that's bloody 5 days out from Christmas. Yeah, might be a bit of a hard one to get to, but I'll try. I'll see what I can do. I'll have a go. If we don't win, then I will be... I mean, look, the worse we play, the more and more I'm going to get angry, which means the worse my protests are going to get. I mean, I will be quite volatile until the manager gets sacked. Now, I've had it. I've had a pot noodle. I eat at bloody 11:30 on a Saturday morning to make sure I'm ready for you guys. Why do you think I've got biscuits and everything in the house on a Saturday? Hey, chicken fajita as per normal. No, I didn't actually. I had some different. I had sticky rib today actually because they didn't have no chicken fajitas left. I was gutted. I was actually really peed off. I was like, "Oh, where's the chicken fajitas? Come on!" And I'm not one of those people who has time to wander to different shops, really. You know what I mean? I have to try and stick to a routine a little bit when I'm out shopping on a Saturday morning because of getting back to you guys. But next Saturday, there's no routine about it. Honestly, I'm looking forward to it. Just wake up. I might be able to have a little bit of a lie-in. Jump on the train at about 11 o'clock. Off we go to London St Pancras. We're off and running for the second half then. Yeah, I'll try and be in London for probably about 12:30, so that I'm just about there for that Leeds match. I mean, I'm not going to be one of those people who's going to try and get there directly. Not that I'm aware of. No. I'll be, like I said, I'll be watching the match at Wetherspoons, Leeds. I will. Leeds. I'll be in Wetherspoons before the match. Considering I can get bloody fish and chips for £9.59 there. Sorry, £9.67. Ignore me. Fish and chips, full pint of lager, and then an extra £3.29 for a dessert. Bargain. It's about £12.50, £12.70 worth of food, that. Bargain. Prices may be a little bit inflated because it's London, but I don't care. I love Wetherspoons. Wetherspoons is great. It's cheap, it's cheerful, and it's pretty nice food as well. And I'll have the football on, so who can go wrong? I'll be in Wetherspoons. Normally, on an Arsenal match day, what I tend to do is I will be, obviously, because quite often I go to evening matches. Like I go to all cup matches, so at home. So the standard routine would be jump on the train about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, get into London about 4, 5, have a couple of hours before kickoff, get to the stadium about an hour before kickoff. So that would be, for example, 6:30 for an 7:30 kickoff, which is what it tends to be in the Carabao Cup. And then obviously kickoff, I'd be at the stadium. You do have to kind of rush to get back to like King's Cross, St Pancras, because it is like there's a McDonald's right there, and you don't want to be too late. Like the trains run late out of London, but I would still be one of those people who would not want to be too late home. Like I tend to get back about 2 o'clock in the morning. If I was booking an 8 o'clock kickoff and there was a risk of extra time, I would probably just go right. Yeah, because the late kickoff, I'll book a hotel. What do you mean I don't drink enough water? I do drink enough water. You don't see half of my life, mate. I drink plenty of water. I drink glasses of water in the mornings and in the evenings, actually, before bed. I normally have just after I brush my teeth, I have a quick glass of water just to sort of demintize my mouth a bit. Like, I don't drink litres. Your grand could play for United. I don't drink in litres. A gallon. Yeah. Not many people. I mean, I don't have the bloody. I mean, I'd be weeing all day. You know, when I was younger, I used to have bladder problems because I had a small. Well, I was diagnosed with a small bladder. Anyways, yeah, no, I'd be absolutely. Well, yeah, who wants to be weeing all day? Like, no thanks. I'm quite happy with not. I don't want to be flipping on and off the toilet all day. No, mate, I don't. I think the formation is not working. It works against Chelsea. I mean, absolutely electric against Chelsea. I think that Amorim actually let the shackles off against Chelsea. No. Amorim won't survive because he's not willing to change the formation. And the formation is not working. Yeah. For me, mate, if I'm drinking bloody... Let's say I drank, I don't know, 2 full bottles of water, like about the length of that Pringles bottle. Maybe a little bit less. If I drank 2 of those in a single academic day or work day, I probably in that time would have been to the toilet about, I don't know, 3 to 6 times. So yeah, I mean, definitely, it wouldn't be ideal. Let's just say that. Considering as well, I like a nice fruity drink at I have quite a fruity drink at lunch as well. Well, I mean, you should have bought a top goalkeeper. You should have gone in and got Donnarumma like City did. Well, before City. Because the thing is, if you'd have gone and got Donnarumma, I guarantee you City would have just kept Edison. City weren't desperate for a new goalkeeper, but they probably wanted to upgrade Edison and let him go and have a bit of a slow kind of retirement, if you like, really, wherever he's gone. Ramen. What's wrong? All these American terms, man, honestly. It can't be getting cold. Wait, hang on. Where do you live? Alaska? Oh, noodles. Seattle. Yeah, probably does get cold around there. Seattle, actually. I don't know. All I know is that right now this country is cold. And very soon I will have to buy myself a new coat. Yeah. There's no chance that that coat hanging up there is ever going to be worn by me again. Yeah, it will be a new coat for me. Probably next month. Nice wintry coat. I mean, you see all these things on that bloody Temu, don't you? I mean, if I could get a raincoat that was warm on the inside, it'd be great. Trouble I've got is with coats is they cost you about, what, they're hundreds and hundreds of quid. And I'm like, for flip's sake. If you want a top dog coat right now, you're going to be set back about 100, 300 quid. And I'm just sat there thinking, well, for a coat? So yeah, at the minute I'm braving the cold weather. I do have a raincoat. Just to pack them out. Just a yellow card for Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, they're expensive coats, are. So it's not just a case of, right, go buy yourself a coat. You would think that. It's not. I would have to spend probably a full morning looking at coats to try and find something that's going to keep me warm, something that's going to keep me reasonably waterproof, and something that ain't going to set me back too much money. Yeah, well, I'll have a look. I will find something. That's a good ball. Dorgu was coming in on it. I will start having a look. They just panned in on the people in the flats watching the game. One. I don't watch them, mate. I'm just going to be reading out the scores. That's what I do. That's the problem I've got right now. The streaming sites are just shite. So on selected Saturdays, I'll do reading out the scores, and trust me, it kills time. Last week when I did it, it bloody killed time reading through SofaScore constantly and keeping a track of everything. No, I'm just waiting for the blackout to be lifted altogether, really, and eventually it will. Put it on free TV, is what I say. You know, ITV or something like that. "31 minutes to go at the G-Tech. Still 2-1 to Brentford. Game's lost its energy, let's say. And by the way, I think it's time for that second biscuit, don't you? We're going to have it. That means I can't have any more during this stream. because I've only got 4 left. The lineups are just starting to come out now, people, for the 3 o'clock kickoffs. I've got Chelsea and Brighton. Your team news is now available on the Premier League app, premierleague.com, or you can access the lineups via your club's social media pages or apps or websites, however you access the lineups. They are now available, and the same goes for Manchester City and Burnley. And within a couple of moments' time, all the other games will have their lineups now available to you via premierleague.com, the Premier League app, or via your club's sources, such as social media, an app, or a website. And it was a wow. Yep, there you go. All the team news is now available on the Premier League app for you guys. If you want to give it a quick look at. In fact, what time is it in Seattle? Probably about 6:52 a.m., I think, approximately. I don't know. What time is... I wonder what time Ryan's on right now. Hickey. Let's have a little look. So 5:52. No, oh my, Ryan, it's 8 minutes to 6 in Seattle. How do you do it? You're 8 hours behind us, lad. Wow. Not even 6 a.m. yet, Ryan's. Man. And that is why, people, if you are a Premier League fan, you feel yourself fortunate that you actually are in the UK. Because it is commitment to watch the Premier League in America when you are between 6 and 8 hours behind the UK. Just check the time on Seattle, and yeah, 5:53 a.m. Yeah, Bayern has been top today for United. Make some good saves. It's still just 2-1. Brentford's corner was not the best, but headed away by Bruno Fernandes. They're going to bring on Kobe Mainoo. Brentford 2-1. United are preparing some changes soon. So it's Cunha. Hickey with the defending. So Manuel Ugarte and Harry Maguire are replaced by Lenny Yoro and Kobe Mainu. Game's got a bit just Rabona ball. Guys, eliminate one. Dr. Pepper, Coca-Cola, cider or Pepsi. I've gone Dr. Pepper. Jordan, new name, True Reds. Welcome into you. How you doing? Welcome aboard to Jordan. This game probably needs a goal, really, you'd say. It's a little bit of an unentertaining second half. Oh, one has to go. Chocolate concrete, yum. Custard creams, yum. Rice pudding with jam. Oh, sticky toffee pudding, I'm afraid. Yeah, I can't stand sticky toffee pudding. Game needs a bit of life to it. Brentford are 20 minutes away from a narrow victory for Manchester United. Great first half, must say that. Second half's been a bit different to the first. Oh, God. And Burma. Oh. Penalty. It's a penalty. But Kelleher, we know he can save penalties. He prevailed in a penalty shootout against Chelsea in a Carabao Cup final or an FA Cup final, one of the two. Nathan Collins has been booked for it. 8 o'clock tonight, 8 p.m. UK time. £8 UK time. And they're playing Wolverhampton Wanderers at home. There is a check in progress on the penalty decision from Craig Pawson. No Spurs watch along today. I don't tend to do the 8 o'clock kickoffs unless it's a game of interest. And I wouldn't say that Spurs against Wolves would be a game of interest to me. So we're going to do Forest against Sunderland, then we'll be back for your Super Sunday tomorrow. They're checking for a red card now. It's the denial of a goal score opportunity then, yeah. If that's what you want to put it under, pulls the shirt. Yeah. It's a red card then. If that's what you're now looking at, yeah, it's a red card. So, by the looks of things, this is going to be a straight red card. No? They were checking for it. No straight red. Three o'clock focus, yeah. Well, he missed at Fulham. Scored against Burnley. So it's a 50-50 chance, this Bruno Fernandes. And there's going to be substitutions as well right before he takes the penalty. That is ridiculous. Bruno Fernandes must be like, for fuck's sake. So triple change and Brentford are going to take their time with it. We've been stopped for quite a while. It was about 2 o'clock when the penalty was given. Give or take. Like I said, he's missed one. Missed at Craven Cottage. Scored a winning goal at Old Trafford against Burnley. It's a 50-50. People can't look. Bruno Fernandes doesn't look that confident. Kelleher does have a decent penalty save ratio, and he saved it. I don't know if he was encroaching, though. That's the only... I mean, I just want to take a look back at it straight away. It's a good save, yeah. I'm not too sure about this one, though. Just roll it back, TNT. Roll it back. Roll it back. I'm not... Oh, we could be encroaching. I just think that foot... Is it... Did he go... I'm not sure. I could be wrong, but I just... My brain just made me... Great save. Let's just say that as it is. I think that it just looked like the foot went off the line before... I don't know. Anyways. That is now 3 penalties for Bruno Fernandes. 1 scored, 2 missed. And it's still 2-1. Oh, that was a 50-50 challenge. Mate. What's the betting age in Ireland? Is it 16, 18? I mean, you have literally... How much is that you put on? €10, is it? Yeah, he's put €10. He's put... You've gone for Brighton and... Oh, Brighton and Sunderland to win. Oh, my Jesus. You've put €10 on Brighton and Sunderland to win. Jesus, man. I mean, that's a risk, man. And it's Paddy Power. Paddy Power? Really? Paddy Power. Arguably the worst in-shot bookies in the UK. Use Boyle Sports, mate. Boyle Sports is way better. And it's an Irish bookie. You'll have more fun in Boyle Sports, trust me. I don't know if you've got Ladbrokes, William Hill, Coral, all that lot, Betfred, but Boyle Sports, you'll find it better. Yeah, you get a nice... Well, in fact, I'll show you what Boyle Sports... There you go, in fact. There you are. This is what the Boyle Sports extra card looks like. Give you one of these. I would say that needs upgrading though a little bit because like the Boyle Sports have changed the logo. I know. It was funny though that Brentford made substitutions right just to slow him down even more though. Well, 10.5 minutes to go. And Igor Thiago, by the way, I think he's still on the pitch and he's looking for a hat-trick. Yarmouk, Henderson. And that's looked like a foul in the back of Cunha. And Craig Pawson brandishes The yellow can't. So do I. But Ladbrokes is the one where I'm like, yeah, like really now in my local Ladbrookses, everybody knows who I am. So like that's another reason why I'll just walk into Ladbrokes and do my bets with Ladbrokes, because it's just so easy for me to walk in there now and just yeah, really. But no, I would say absolutely go. Well, I don't know. What have you got, Flicks, around you? I mean, I'm curious to know what inspired you to go for Paddy Power. I've got a winning bet builder, matey. We've stuck a quid on. We're getting 220 on this bet builder if Brentford or Man United get the win. So basically, we were looking for over 1.5 goals. Tick, tick. Both teams to score. Tick, tick. And all we need is a winner. We cannot have a draw in this game, though. If it's a draw, then no win. And also, if Brentford win, we'll be one step closer to £31.56 of just a 50p stake on today's ACCA insurance, which is for Brentford, Nottingham Forest, Tottenham, Oxford, and Middlesbrough all to win. What have you got on either? Have you got Ladbrokes? Have you got Coral? Have you got Betfred? Have you got Boyle Sports? Surely you've got Boyle Sports because it's an Irish booking. Let me think. Have I read them all out? Coral, Ladbrokes, Betfred, Boyle Sports, William Hill. Yeah, use Boyle Sports, mate. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, Paddy Power, in shop-wise, trash. Tried it once, didn't like it. Delict. So, what about have you got William Hill? Oh my! If you haven't got William Hill, William Hill is one of those where if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But I think personally, William Hill's one of those where you've got to have William Hill. Do you not know if you got William Hill? That could be the first. That right. I'm concerned by the fact that Flicks doesn't know if he's got a William Hill near him. They're all temporarily closed. So, yes, but no. Every single one is coming up as temporarily closed. So that gives me an indication. It gives me an indication that they might have ceased operations in Ireland. Your roads are weird. R112, R1110, R810, R811. Blimey. Of course you've got Boyle Sports. Boyle Sports are an Irish bookie through and through. Let's see. You've got a lot of Paddy Powers. Of course you have. No. Of course you have. Yeah, people don't realise that Boyle Sports are an Irish bookie. Thiago's in, has slipped down. I've got 4 minutes until I have to bleeding start getting ready for the 3 o'clock focus. Nope. I haven't touched the Xbox in a couple of days, actually. I need to get back into it. I don't think I've touched it all week. I've been too busy doing my mystery shopping and all that stuff. Because that is what I do for a living. I am a mystery shopper. That is my job. That is how I make my money. In a minute. I work for a company called Shepper. I'm going to go 1-1. 1-1. Don't think Liverpool win that one. Bit hot in here. Yes, I'm casually using my loyalty card from one of the bookies. Who's that? Lad Brooks. To fan myself off. Yeah, this is finishing 2-1 Brentford, mate. Rubbish second half, but well, bit of drama. I still don't think you beat Palace. I think Liverpool will be very, very fortunate if they get a win today. Yep. I don't care, though, because it's one step closer to winning £31.56 on an Acca Insurance for me. All I need is Tottenham, Brentford, Forest, Middlesbrough and Oxford all to win. I'll repeat that for you. Brentford, Forest, Spurs, Oxford, Middlesbrough to win. Middlesbrough's a tough one. I will say that right now. Middlesbrough is a tough one because they're away to Southampton. However, you've got to back them because of the way that it's going for them at the minute. We're in the last minute of the 90. You suspect there'll be about probably 6 or 7 minutes of added time. I mean, I'm just hearing that we're set to have 19 minutes of added time, people. Any comments on that one? I've just heard a rumour that the number's going to be 19 minutes of added time. I mean, if that's true, that's ridiculous, and that's comms off the Internet Commentator Database saying that. Let's take a look. I hope it's not 19 minutes for all mercy. Yeah, not quite 19.8. Yeah. Screw you on the internet. Honestly, whoever said that on the commentator database is going to get a laughing at. I think you were all looking at me. You were all looking at me then thinking, is he serious? I can tell you were all looking at your screens going, is this guy actually serious? 19 minutes? Don't even try and hide it from me. I know you were all looking at your screens going, like that. Right, let's get started preparing for the 3 o'clock focused, people, which is where my voice will not get a break. Non-stop sofa score reading all the scores in England, particularly the Premier League ones. Do join me for the 3 o'clock focus. Kickoffs are at 3 o'clock. All the build-up for the 3 p.m. kickoffs at 2:45. Selected weekends only will not be available to you guys next weekend because I will be at the Emirates Stadium for Arsenal against West Ham. And of course, just a reminder that the 3 o'clock focus will only take place subject to there being 3 or more Premier League matches at 3 p.m. on a Saturday. Any less than 3 will mean that we will not be doing the 3 o'clock focus. Zirkzee header. Some great games at 3 p.m. today. Chelsea against Brighton, Palace, Liverpool, Leeds, Bournemouth should be a cracker. City against Burnley as well. We won't be selling Bukayo Saka to you. Probably, if he goes, it'll be Real Madrid, I suspect. That Jensen looking to finish it off. Had time to shoot, didn't get his shot away. 5 minutes to go. Good ball inside. Matthias Jensen, way too much on that cross. Well, Igor Thiago should have had a hat-trick. He's got a brace on, and he's the man who's got the 2 goals that have won Brentford the match. So, TNT Sports decide he's man of the match. Let's see, who could we do? We will sell you Saka, but we want either 100 million or we want... I'll tell you who we want. Now, do you know what? There's actually nobody at Chelsea. I'm sorry. I know you've got hundreds of players, but not one of them I want. So I am actually going to say no. I can't do business with Chelsea because there's no. Well, no. No. You have to pay 100 million. Do you know what? No, I'm not even going to debate it, mate, because there's no players at Chelsea that I want. And that bid is rejected. And anyways, you guys haven't got any players who we'd be interested in to swap with. So, no deal, I'm afraid. But we'd be happy to offer him to Manchester United because obviously we've got the likes of Harry Maguire we would take Bruno Fernandes, we take Sharda. Game over. 100 billion. Take it or leave it. Sharda linking up with Jensen. And it's 3-1. Hasn't scored a goal since October 2 years ago. But 3-1 to Brentford. Game absolutely, without a doubt, set and match. This is nice play. Bit of quality from Jensen. What a finish. Some of the finishing from Eagle, Thiago and Jensen today have been outstanding. What a finish. The first one from Brentford and that one. It's a rocket. It's look at him. It's head in hand for Bruno Fernandes. Game over, people. Game over. Job done for Brentford. An absolutely well-deserved 3 points. And the Manchester United fans are on their way out of the G-Tech. And who would blame them? It's Brentford's day. And that is one way to get ourselves right up for the 3 o'clock focus. Coventry have won. Brilliant stuff. Love to hear it. I'm not even involved with it because this game ain't on Super 6. But I've got a winning bet. We're getting £2.20 from this. Also, it's one leg of the Acca Insurance completed. We're looking for Forest, Spurs, Oxford and Middlesbrough to win to complete the Acca Insurance. And that's the end of the 8 minutes. And that's the full-time whistle. And it's a great day for Brentford. It's a successful day for Brentford. It's a 3-1 victory for the Buzzy Bees. And next up on Realltom Football in around about 16 minutes time, it's the 3 o'clock focus coming your way. And of course, it's all the 3 p.m. kickoffs live from 2:45. But from here, it's job done at the G-Tech for Brentford. It's a 3-1 victory for them. And next up, get ready for my voice to be tested as the 3 o'clock focus comes your way for the final time on this final Saturday before the international break on Realltom Football, with the reminder that I will not be here next Saturday as I am at the Emirates for Arsenal's game against West Ham. So next up, your final 2 Saturday streams before the international break. Here we go. The 3 o'clock focus is on its way.